This is the U.S. Weather Service in Miami, Florida. The latest hurricane advisory is just in. Hurricane Johnny now has recorded sustained winds of 145 miles per hour. The eye of this potential deadly storm is at latitude 26 degrees 41 minutes north and 79 degrees 58 minutes west, and moving west at 25 knots. Johnny is about 20 miles east of Palm Beach, Florida. The latest satellite advisory is just in, and we're just now receiving a view from the space shuttle. Hurricane Johnny has moved ashore. Devastation will be tremendous. For all of you in Palm Beach, here's Johnny!
You can't say, "Here's Johnny."
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Okay. Hello, Johnny.
Hello again. I'm Larry Martin Door Manufacturing. We're here in South Florida near Palm Beach to test the Martin Door in a hurricane. Just a few days ago, this was the weather in South Florida. But today, Johnny has arrived in its full fury and glory. Whoa! And that's why we're here today, at the Hurricane Test Lab near Palm Beach, Florida. After Hurricane Andrew and all the devastation that it caused, officials here in South Florida raised the requirement for wind load to 146 miles per hour. And that's being adopted not only here, but in other hurricane-prone regions. However, everyone does not live near the ocean, and every place in the USA does not have hurricanes. But every place does have high winds from time to time. And that's why recently nationwide building officials got together and agreed on a standard of codes for wind throughout the whole nation, and have published an international building code, and this is the first supplement that follows that code, prescribing wind load all across the nation, starting at 90 miles per hour all the way up to 146 miles per hour here in Florida and along other coastal regions, with a safety factor of 50%. And that includes garage doors. Come with me now and let me show you inside the Hurricane Test Lab. Here we are inside the Hurricane Test Lab. And as you can see, all kinds of building components are tested: glass, siding, roofing. Today, we're going to test this garage door. This is a pressurized test chamber. A vacuum is created or pressure is introduced, which simulates the forces of a wind on whatever's being tested, a door, a window, or any other component. Already, Martin doors, even without wind load options, withstand high winds. For instance, in Puerto Rico, during Hurricane George, no standard-built Martin door failed. However, Martin has just completed a new series of wind load designs, and testing has now shown that the Martin Woodline Series door can withstand the highest wind load required in the industry or exceed it. Let's watch. That's a 146 mile an hour wind. Martin has also passed the large missile impact test, signifying flying debris. Now the way that's done is we take this cannon and we insert this 2x4 into the cannon. We pressurize it with air, then we shoot it right here at this spot. Look out! And they do that more than once. Start! How's that for a beating? And not only that, after being subjected to the forces of high wind and flying objects, the Martin Door was subjected to a cycling test 9,000 times in and out to test it for failure, but it did not fail and remained operational. Here's how we did it. Heavy gauge struts, double end styles, double roller brackets, long stem hardened rollers, heavy duty track with a rolled edge, and additional track brackets on the jambs. Testing began at the Martin Door manufacturing plant in Salt Lake City, using a test chamber built by our engineering department and following International Building Code requirements. We use this manometer to measure pressure and these gauges to convert the pressure into miles per hour. Martin Door Manufacturing has developed a number of options to stand up to high winds. And Martin still has all of the other safety features: lock-on bottom bracket, roller shield, lock-on spring system, and of course, low-profile hinge and finger shield. Just check your price list for the wind load options: 90, 110, 130, and 146 mile per hour winds. And again, not every area wants this heavy wind load requirement like Florida. But whatever your requirements are for wind, Martin Door has it. Martin Doors, the finest and safest doors in the world. Now, the strongest. Martin Doors, since 1936.